Hello students, welcome once again to my chemistry channel, Amazing Chemistry Classes. I am an educator, Dr. Rohit Chakravarti. Welcome you once again. So this is the second video of P block element where we are discussing about the important questions that have been come in the board exams. So let's start with this video. I hope you guys will continue and will watch this video, and this is my humble request to all of you that please watch the complete video, because these questions are going to be very important for your board preparation and for other competitive exams. Okay, so let's start with the video. The first question is, why concentrated nitric acid turns yellow on exposure to sunlight? What happens actually when you see a fresh nitric acid? It is colorless and transparent. However, once the bottle has been opened up and it comes in contact with the air, so gradually what happens, the colors turns yellow. So what is the reason behind it? What is the chemistry behind it? That is, the nitric acid, it decomposes into nitrogen dioxide, that is NO2, in presence of sunlight. So the brown color of NO2 makes the nitric acid yellow. So this is the answer for this question. Moving on to the next one, that is the trifluoronitrogen. NF3 is an exothermic compound, however NCl3 is not. As we all know, this fluorine and chlorine, it belongs to the same group 17, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, so these are known as halogen atoms. But what is the difference? Why NF3 is an exothermic compound, however the NCl3 is not? So the answer for this question is, the fluorine is strong oxidizing agent, because fluorine is most electronegative, and I have written over here that it is the strong oxidizing agent than chlorine. Hence NF3 is exothermic. However, NCl3 is endothermic. Alternatively, during NF3 formation, strong NF bond is formed due to small size of fluorine and large electronegativity difference between the two atoms, while formation of NCl3, that is trichloronitrogen nitride, leads to comparatively weaker bond of NCl bond due to the large size of chlorine and nearly same electronegativity of the two atoms. Hence, NF3 is exothermic. However, NCl3 is endothermic. I hope you guys understand what is the chemistry behind it. That is, fluorine is more electronegative and chlorine is less electronegative. And if we compare the electronegativity between the fluorine and chlorine, so chlorine is highly electronegative and it is smaller in size. So this is the reason behind this question. Okay, now moving on to the next one, that is all the bonds of PCl5 molecule, that is phosphorus pentachloride molecule, are not equivalent. Why so? The 5 PCl bond, that is phosphorus chloride bond, are not in same plane, and the 2 axial PCl bonds are longer and weaker than other 3 equatorial PCl bond due to more repulsion. So this is the answer for this question, that why they are not equivalent, because 2 axial bonds and 2 equatorial bonds. So there is a difference in the bonds of this molecule, that is phosphorus pentachloride. Okay, moving on to the next one, that is why solid phosphorus pentachloride behave as an ionic compound. Because in solid state, phosphorus pentachloride exists as an ionic compound, and this is the formula, that is PCl4 positive and PCl6 negative. This is the answer for this question. Moving on to the next one, very interesting and very small question, that is PCl4 positive exists, however PCl4 negative not exist. Why so? The simple reason behind this, that PCl4 negative octet of phosphorus is not complete, thus it is highly unstable and highly reactive, so it does not exist. Molecule to exist, it has to be highly stable, then only compound can exist. So this is the reason behind this, that PCl4 it exists in nature, however PCl4 is not exist because it is highly unstable. Moving on to the next one, that is SbF5 is much more stable than bismuth. So what is the reason? As we move down the group from nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony to bismuth, so what happened as we move down the group in group number 15, the stability of +5 oxidation state decreases due to the inert pair effect. Already discussed in my previous video also, that what is the inert pair effect. So here I have written the same reason, that while moving down the group, the stability of +5 oxidation state decreases due to the inert pair effect. Thus SbF5 is more stable than your bismuth hexafluoride, that is pentafluoride. Okay, so this is the answer for this question. Now moving on to the next one, that is bismuth is a strong oxidizing agent in pentavalent state. So what is the answer for this question? As we move down the group, stability of +5 oxidation state decreases due to inert pair effect. Thus SbF5 is more stable. Hence Bi in a +5, that is a cationic form, easily gain 2 electron to form bismuth 3 positive cation. Okay, thus act as an oxidizing agent. So this is the answer. Hope you understand what I have written over here, that it easily absorbs 2 electron to form Bi3 positive, and thus it act as a strong oxidizing agent. Now moving on to the next one, that why acidity of oxy acids of nitrogen increases with increase in the oxidation number. So non-metallic character of nitrogen increases with increase in the oxidation state. Therefore acidic character of oxy acids increases. I have given an example of nitrous acid and nitric acid. Here you can see nitric acid, there is a +5 oxidation state and it is more acidic than your nitrous acid. Okay. Alright. Now moving on to the next one, that is solid phosphorus. White phosphorus is more reactive than red phosphorus. White phosphorus exists as P4 while red phosphorus is a polymeric compound. So that is why white phosphorus is more reactive than your red phosphorus. Now again very important question, that is the basic character of hydrides of group number 15 element decreases with increasing in atomic number. So what is the reason? As we all know, these are the nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So what happened? It behaves, these all hydride, it act as a Lewis base due to the presence of lone pair of electrons on the central atom. So as we move from nitrogen to bismuth, size of the atom increases because number of shells get increased. So electron density on the central atom decreases and hence the basic strength decreases from nitrogen to bismuth. That is ammonia to bismuth hydride. Thus basic strength order is this one. That is, first is most basic is ammonia, then phosphorus hydride, then arsenic, then antimony and then bismuth. Okay. Moving on to the next one, that is the bond angle of PH3 molecule is less than in ammonia NH3 because low value of bond angle in PH3 due to the smaller bond pair repulsion. Okay. In case of ammonia, there is a bond pair repulsion because of which the bond angle of PH3 is less than that of ammonia molecule. Okay. So now a few more questions I am going to discuss here with you. Give one use of ClF3 molecule. What is the use of ClF3? So trifluorochloride, ClF3 is used for the production of UF6, uranium hexafluoride, used in the nuclear reaction. So this is the compound which is used for in the nuclear reaction. Alright, this is the use of ClF3. It comes in your board exam also, so hope you understand. Now moving on to the next question, that what is the oxidation number of phosphorus in H3PO2 molecule? Oxidation number of phosphorus in H3PO3 is +1. Here I have written there is 3 hydrogens, so 1 into 3 we have to keep X for phosphorus, and as far as oxygen is concerned it is -4, so result would be +1. Okay. Now moving on to the next one, because oxygen is -2, so -2 into -2, that is -4, so the oxidation number would be +1. Now moving on to the next one, that is what is the covalency of nitrogen in N2O5. This is the structure of N2O5 and the covalency of nitrogen in N2O5 is 4, as it is evident from the structure. So this is the structure you have to draw and you have to write down the answer, that is 4 is the covalency. Moving on to the next one, that is what is the use of nitric acid. Any two use. So nitric acid is used in the manufacturing of ammonium nitrate, as a fertilizer, trinitrotoluene. As we all know, trinitrotoluene is an explosive, and nitroglycerin synthesis also. So both of them are highly explosive compounds. Next one, that is what are the uses of sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide used in the refining of sugar and petroleum. It is also used for the bleaching of wool and silk. It is used in the manufacturing of sulfuric acid and other sulfur compounds. It is also used as an anti-clor, disinfectant and sulfuric preservative. What inspired Anne Bartlett for carrying out the reaction between xenon and platinum hexafluoride? Bartlett found that the ionization energy, first ionization energy of molecular oxygen is almost similar to that of xenon. Thus, after preparing O2 positive and PTF6, this is the complex formation, he got inspired and carried out the reaction between xenon and hexafluoroplatinum for the preparing of this compound. You guys can take a snapshot also. Let me show you the previous question also so that you guys can take a snapshot. These questions are very important, although very small questions, but very important for your board point of view and for other competitive exams also. All right. Now let me discuss few more questions. Here I have written two more questions. Let me discuss. That is, what are the uses of the noble gas? What are noble gases? Are those which are non-reactive and it can